Mammals, the warm-blooded vertebrates of birthing live young. There's a few of them, but which one is your favourite mammal and why? You're right kids, it's Raasclark and welcome to another top 10 as voted by you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share around and let's get into it. So in at number 10 is the Megatherium. The loud and proud sloth-like omnivore is unquestionably a worthy entry when it comes to bugs, knocked out the traditional way and one of the few able to be tamed with giant bee honey. When breeding out some imprinted furry friends, you'll find a relatively high HP tank, decent berry gatherer, with some wood for good measure, but it comes into its own when slapping a bug. Upon killing any insect, injects a 250% damage buff for 120 seconds, on top of an already active 150% passive buff against bugs, meaning along with 75% damage reduction, you'll be swatting flies like, well, flies, melting anything in its path and farming a ridiculous amount of chitin. Used for any high-level bug-infested cave, can double for some quick experience levels, and especially a recommended method to send an army in against the big bad broodmother. In at number 9 is the Mammoth. Since its TLC update a few years ago, has become the go-to tame for wandering the trees. Again, knocked out traditionally and preferring superior kibble, you'll find a Swiss Army worth of abilities up its sleeve. As well as carrying and launching small to medium creatures, it packs a mean swing, gathering berries, thatch, but especially wood, utilising its specific attack tied to wood collection. You'll farm a rainforest's worth in one run, owed to its 75% weight reduction in wood, and a decent base weight stat at that, for hauling cargo or passengers, with the latter being able to mount its war drum saddle, rock out to a beat, providing stamina immunity and fear raw immunity too. To add the icing on the cake, it can throw up its trunk into a roar, reducing damage received by 25% for 15 seconds, spraying water to cancel any burn effects if treading that sweet H2O. In at number 8 is the dire bear. A heavily underestimated powerhouse for early to mid game, the fuzzy friend doubles as a great transport mount on top. Knocked out once again and can too be tamed with giant bee honey, once readied up with a saddle offers a fantastic fibre farming friend, 3 times honey gathering at the reduced cost of bee aggro and a heavy attack that deals damage as high as a Rex. Hit that sprint button and keep sprinting and you'll find the dire bear to reach breakneck speeds, beating most land mounts with ease, with fantastic stamina to cover great distances, allowing you to travel to and in a range of smaller artifact caves early in the game, not forgetting some cheeky 35 points in insulation for those cold or hot nights. In at number 7 is the Maewing. Great to see the undisputed milk-teated glider hitting the top 10, with a wonder if it counts. Laying eggs, it begs the question if it's really a mammal, but you voted it and when it comes to travelling, there's really no better. A very easy creature to knock out if you've got the nets for it. Taking to the skies, you'll reach ridiculous speeds as you perfect the tilt motion, slamming on and off the ground to reach some dizzy heights, and a relatively quick oxygen-free swimmer. With its saddle equipped, you've got a fantastic space saver, able to hold any growing creatures in one of its 4 baskets, acting as an improved feeding trough on top for slightly less food required. On top, you've got a ticket to any kibble, with it laying any tiered egg at random, right up to extraordinary, as well as the ability to steal enemy tribe babies to claim as your own, with some buggy berry, fibre and meat gathering on a 50% weight reduction buff, which you'll find you'll want to spend most points into. In at number 6 is the Basilosaurus. Great to see a sea creature to make the list. You'll find a battle submarine in your hands once ridden. Passively tamed with meat or preferably exceptional kibble after you've taken out its manta squad, and becoming quicker intervals as time passes, you've bagged yourself arguably one of the best ocean creatures in the game. Despite having a slight damage issue when submerged too deep, the Basilo passes through both eels and jellyfish with no shocking worry, nor being able to be grabbed by a Tuzo, and packing a decent bite, especially when imprinted. You've got the equivalent of a Sea Rex, tanky on top too, with an enormous insulation buff, making it your go-to sea cave explorer. In at number 5 is the Thylacoleo. A go-to choice for all-around transport. It doubles as perhaps one of the best mini-boss beaters around. A slow tame to claim if not using extraordinary kibble, or its next preferred food, cooked lamb chops. You've got an all-terrain pass for any survivor once tamed. Able to climb any vertical surfaces at the click of a button, pouncing from at a range of creatures into a slow death grip bite, it comes into its own against bigger foes. Like the Aloe, can deal a nasty 5% health draining Nash effect with each bite, which can't be negated by armor, meaning golems, brutes, gigas, alphas, or even titanosaurs can be taken down with just a few dozen bites. Just make sure to kill it with something else than bleed damage if you want the experience. In at number 4 is the Andrewsarchus. Hitting the higher tiered votes, the War Machine comes in with a belter of abilities unlike anything before it. Passively tamed with thrown honey, initiating a minigame of pressing left or right before it enrages and kicks you off to repeat again and again with no saddle required, makes it a great early tame entry. Packing a speed boosting sprint mode and able to drift into turns that can refill your boosts, as well as a decent bite and slow affecting kickback. It transforms into a new beast when popping on a saddle, allowing 360-degree rotational fire using advanced rifle bullets whilst on the move if choosing to. But the winning play comes with its all-terrain immunity, allowing you oxygen-free travelling, lava-resistant running, and hazard zone healing, seeing your player taking no damage effects in these areas. In at number 3 is the Desmodus Draculae. An absolute necessity for any would-be tamer, the next level bat truly turns up the game. Tamed with simply blood packs in your inventory and being grabbed by one, though recommended to send in a Daedon with blood packs and healing on top to help raise that taming efficiency. Once nabbed and especially bred, you've got a versatile flyer for many occasions. Juggling its downward dive can see you travel quick enough, and at night switching on an invisibility mode as well as night vision, the former allowing you to run most artifact caves with ease and scout out any enemy bases with little worry. But when snacking, you'll likely use little else, as with each bite of any creature you'll earn blood packs, as well as an alarming amount of spoiled meat, with even more blood presented if switching on its life-stealing mode with any small creature grabbed, damaging them further if screeched at during the night, with an echolocation targeting them and 20% more damage. Once stacked up on blood, you'll be able to craft sanguine elixirs with 200 packs, which offer either a 30% taming bonus or 30% imprint bonus when consumed near your tame, meaning every tame in the game, especially number 1 on this list, just got a whole lot easier. In at number 2 is the Otter. The ultimate shoulder mammal companion. There's really no better to take out when braving the elements. Tamed passively with dead fish once popped on your shoulder will offer you a huge improvement on insulation, increased even further when leveled in melee, which can reach insulating heights of hatching any egg you'd like. As well as a cheeky pearl collecting ability when targeting fish, it'll become your artifact cave companion for all seasons, being the only creature that can hold as many artifacts as you'd like, with around 50% weight reduction on top. And before we get to number 1, let's just have a quick special mention for the mammals that didn't just make the cut. And here it is in at number 1, the Shadowmane. A very controversial winner, with many arguing it to not resemble a mammal at all, literally having the name fish in its spawn command. Still a live birth, mind. It seems you hold the multi-talented lionfish lion as the best around. Frustratingly tamed with fish in fish baskets where weight really makes the difference, recommended to use fish of 2.0 weight or over, tracking and weighting it out to feed again whilst not disturbing it in the slightest, you'll finally own an incredible beast to suit most occasions. Fast enough on land and in water, able to pounce and launch great distances with a mean bite that can be held down for an even meaner bite to an even meaner bite once filling up its charge meter, with a combo teleport attack stunning anything hit, inflicting stacking damage on anything that hits it, and a hydrate buff on top, as well as being able to turn invisible or every ally around it if in a mate pair and riding a female, or boosting stamina, torpor and speed from a male, with a potential damage boost on the roaring mane, not forgetting its natural armor and lack of saddle gives you an absolute beast for any difficult boss battling grind. And do you agree? Comment below, let me know, what more top 10s would you like to see in the future? My name's Raasclark, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and as always, peace out.